Welcome back to Fanboy Media. Again, I have to apologize, I'm not feeling 100%, my voice may get a little rough and cut in and out a little bit, but I still want to try to catch up with some of my YouTube videos showing my recent comic book purchases. This video is to cover the comic books that I've picked up basically between January 14th and January 19th. As I've mentioned in previous videos, my big goal for 2015 is to try to complete Amazing Spider-Man Volume 130 through the present. This weekend I had picked up just 2 issues to the Volume 2 that are missing, and that's 302. Great cover with Mary Jane on the scooter. Very nice cover. And then 638. And again, those are all going into the boxes until I have the complete run, and then I will read them in one large chunk. This week, I managed to get actually a lot of variant covers. I kind of went a little crazy. I don't know whether it was just, the way the wind was blowing that day or what. But I picked up the variant for Avengers 40. Mainly just because I saw Spider-Woman on the cover. Avengers is not a title that I normally pick up, but just sort of, the design of the cover, you got this bright red Spider-Woman in the middle of the cover, just drew my eye to it. I found it an appealing cover, so just threw it on the stack to pick up. If you followed my pickups from a few weeks ago, I picked up a large lot of Batgirls, picked up a few more to try to fill in some of the missing ones. So Batgirl Volume 3, number 12, 13, and 14, which I think for Volume 3 I'm just missing number 1, and that is in the mail, so you'll see that coming up in a video, probably the next one I post, all being well. Batgirl and social media, sort of the reality of our world. It's an okay story. I'm just, I like the Gail Simone Batgirl's much better. It's not to say that the Stewart and Fletcher, Tar, Wicks, I forget what role each of them play. It's not to say that it's a bad story, it's just not what I was looking for. Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, former Oracle, this very smart, very capable individual, not this sort of slightly ditzy university student that's portrayed in the comic book. So, still picking them up. I'll continue to buy Batgirl, but I'll always look back fondly on my Gail Simone Batgirl, let's just put it that way. This with issue 38, Batgirl came out with a blank sketch cover, so I put one away in the collection. I bought 4 additional ones for the con circuit for this year, so if there's some artists that I see that would do a good Batgirl, I have the option of tossing them one of these covers and getting it sketched. I keep a small pile to bring to the con, so I now have these Batgirls. I do have one of the Harlequin invades San Diego Comic-Con, and I have some Fantastic Fours that I just sort of carry in case I see something that I want to get done on a cover specifically. From the back issues, Bruce Wayne, The Road Home, Batgirl. Number 1, it's a one-shot. Bruce Wayne, The Road Home, Oracle. One-shot. Haven't read these yet, so I can't comment on them. Looking forward to reading them. Actually, they're probably very likely it'll be tonight that I read them. I think they are at the top of my read pile right now. Butterfly number 4, number 4 of 4, so it completes the story. Yeah, not a bad story. Enjoyed it. Am I going to miss it? Not in particular, but it was a good, entertaining story arc. Captain Marvel number 11, Volume 8. Sort of the Christmas issue. Wasn't the most brilliant thing ever, but it was entertaining. Copperhead number 5. Seeing some final resolution to the first story arc. No, I'm still curious to see where it would go. Deep State number 3 really felt like a filler issue to me. I don't know whether I'd pick up number 4 or not. Fuse number 9, I believe. Continues to be a decent story. It is what I sort of continue to expect it to be. You know, the plot always sort of thickens and sort of moves on. So, yeah. I've thought about dropping it, but I'll probably continue it a little bit longer. Ghosted. I think we're on a better story arc now. So, yeah, always look forward to Ghosted. Ghost number 1. It's another one of these titles that I buy the issues whenever I sort of have an opportunity, and they're sitting in a box waiting for the complete run, and then I will bomb read them. So I have not read this. This is going into one of those to-be-read piles when I finish Volume 1 of Ghost. Hext number 6. Excuse me. Yeah, it's another one of these ones. I enjoy reading it. It's not the most spectacular thing ever, but it does entertain. Joan of Arc 0. It all fits into the Penny for Your Soul storyline from BDI. I just saw this in a dollar bin, and for whatever reason thought maybe I didn't have it, but of course I already did. So it's just another pickup. It went straight to the pile. Lazarus, number 14. Greg Rucka continues to be a very solid series. I must admit I really like this cover. There's just something about it that, you know, part of the simplicity, the story behind it. Lazarus really does continue to be a great series, so highly recommend it. Letter 44, number 8. This was just the sort of the one issue that I couldn't find at certain comic book shops, so I had to go to yet another one to try to find it. Read the entire series, and I talked a little bit more about that, I think, in my previous video. New Suicide Squad number 6. Not the best issue ever, but I'll continue with it. Oracle the Cure, Battle for the Cowl. Once again, this is probably hitting my reading stack for tonight. So 2 and 3, so it's a complete 3-issue miniseries. Look forward to reading that. Resurrectionists, these people that are trying to repeat the same crime for about 4,000 years, I think it is, or 3,000 years. I get the story. I'm really not sure where this is hitting for me. When issue 4 comes out, I'm not sure whether I'll pick it up or not. It's really on the fence for me. Rumble number 1. Interesting enough premise. I might give it issue 2 and 3 a try as they come out, just to see what directions they sort of take it. Young noodle shop kid ends up trying to save somebody's life. The police get called. The police think he's nuts for, allegedly killing somebody, but it turns out to just be a pile of straw. So they think he's nuts, and we find out later, like, the character on the cover is coming for him. Could go in any number of directions. The true direction of the story wasn't really indicated in the first issue, or at least not for in my eyes. So it has a lot of potential at this point. So we'll see where that goes. Sally of the Wasteland. It's another just sort of simple read. Just sort of see where it goes. And so Sally's captured in this one, and trying to find out where her friend is, and trying to navigate that. Bit of a cliche story, but entertaining nonetheless. Shield number 2, volume 4. Main reason I bought it is because it was a Ms. Marvel story. I do read and have been picking up Ms. Marvel with the start of the Kamala Khan issues. So just, interesting to see her sort of interact with the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and that. So it was an entertaining enough story. I really don't know if I'll be continuing with S.H.I.E.L.D. number 3, though. So, time will tell. Did see the variant cover for that. Actually, both variant covers, so I just picked up both. Of course, liking the Kamala Khan variant better than the weird Coulson sitting on a floating chair one. I don't know, that just seems weird. Shudder. It's another series that not quite I've ever expected. I do continue to read it. It's always sort of on the fence for me. Bumped into this just when I was at one of the comic book shops. Spider Island, Spider Woman. Also, I think very soon to hit the top of my reading pile. Because I'm reading the Spider Woman nowadays, so caught my eye on that, and it also had Ben Grimm, The Thing, fighting Spider Woman, and I will of course pick up just about anything with one of the Fantastic Four characters in it. So to me, this was a no-brainer purchase, because it just fits into A, my Fantastic Four collection, and B, the fact that I've been picking up some of the Spider-Womans. Spider-Man 2099 number 6. It was a Spider-Verse tie-in. I kind of forgot about it. It fell below my radar at the comic book shop. So I picked it up just to continue the complete run of the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse number 2. Once again, just continuing with the same basic story of the this whole Spider-Verse thing, jumping universes and every imaginable spider that you can possibly think of. I mean, some of the stories are getting a little derivative and repetitive at this point. I'm hoping that it comes to an end soon, even though I think we're maybe only halfway to 2/3 of the way through the actual story arc going by the checklist. But either way, I am obsessive compulsive in completing things. So since I've started Spider-Verse for so far, I will continue to buy the Spider-Verse until its end, whether I like it or not. And just like a lot of people, I jumped on the Star Wars bandwagon. Had an opportunity to get some of the variant covers. I didn't get only a small fraction of what came out. But I don't even like most of these covers, which is kind of funny. Like I said earlier, I just kind of went on the variant crazy train this week, buying things that I probably wouldn't normally buy. I didn't buy the standard cover for Star Wars at all. All they did was buy some of the variants. So that's 2 of them. The Luke, the Han and Leia, the Scotty Young, which was the first one I bought, and that was it. I do like the Alex Ross, but I didn't have an opportunity to get one, and I don't know that I really want to pay the eBay rates for one either. So it'll probably go that way for me. Excuse me. Supreme Blue Rose. It's another one of these stories. I read it. It's okay. It's entertaining. But if I never picked up another issue, I wouldn't miss it. Wolverines. It was just a variant that was on the wall. And my mind was sort of playing tricks on me. I thought it was a Milo Manera variant, which I like most of his Marvel women covers that he's done. But when I got home and I sort of looked at it, and it's just like, oh, this is not up to Milo's quality of artwork. I forget the person who did it off the top of my head. I did look it up, but it's an okay cover. But that's the only reason I bought it. I have no idea what Wolverines is about. It was purely looking at the cover that I bought this issue. Well, and that completes it for the week of January 14th to 19th. I hope you enjoyed. Again, please feel free to leave any questions, comments, if there's anything in particular you want me to show you from my collection. Whatever. I just love to interact with you guys, get to know the community better. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night.